Okay, this is to show you how to do a blog post. Firstly, you obviously log into the back of your WordPress site. Then you look for posts up in the right hand side of the dashboard. You'll see there all posts. I'll click on that, and this is a new blog for this particular customer, so there are no previous ones, so I'll just click on add new, which brings me to a new blog post screen. Now you see add title there, so that's where you put your title in, which I've got on a Microsoft Word document, and the title is what is a lease. So I copy that, I paste that into the title box. You'll see also a button, use the Divi builder. Completely ignore that. With the blog posts on most of my customers' sites, I try to keep it as simple as possible. To use the Divi builder would be a lot more complex. So you've got two options here. This is where you put your description and your page content. You've got text or you've got visual. I tend to normally work in text myself, because with the visual, what you see isn't always what you get. I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So I'll copy the text for that page and paste that into the box for the page content, and you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of gaps that make the page not look so, the post not look so neat. So get rid of some of those gaps, exactly the same way that you would with a Word document. So to remove those gaps, I'm just putting the cursor before the sentence and doing delete, so it pulls the line up, and do that all the way through that particular block of text. The good thing with this is because it's from a Word document, I've already got bold words where they need to be. So that format, if it's from a Word document, will come over quite easily. What I always do then is I always go from visual to text, because sometimes WordPress has a habit of messing the text up. So I always go back to text. I then scroll down the page, and what you'll see is excerpt. Now this is for, rather than WordPress grabbing a whole bunch of text and using it on an archive blog page rather, which is where all of your excerpts of your posts are, I tend to put that in myself. I usually use a line or a couple of words, so I'll go up there and copy the first little bit of text, go back down to the excerpt, paste that in, and I put 4 little dots after, just to signify that there's more to read. Okay, go over to the right hand side, left hand side of the dashboard, and at the very bottom you'll see featured image. So you click on set featured image. That will open up your media library where all of your images are stored. Sometimes you've already uploaded the photos or images, so you've got one there that you want to use, but in this case I need to upload a file. So I select a file from my computer, which will be this one, what is a lease. Now I can already tell you by hovering over it there, I can see the size is 13.4 megabytes. That's absolutely huge, and the dimensions are 8,409 pixels wide by 4,724 pixels deep. Far too big. And what will happen, I'll show you anyway. I try to add that, and over here you'll see I've got an HTTP error. It's because the file is too big for this to actually upload it. Now, luckily I've got an image editor myself, so I can take that image in. This is why it's important to try and keep your images at certain sizes, and anything more than 2000 pixels wide you're never going to use anyway. Right, so you find the file, horizon lets, banners, what is the lease? I open that, and I can actually modify the image size. So instead of 8400 pixels wide, I'm actually going to make this 1600 wide, and it will be 899 pixels deep. Okay, and I'll just save that. Right, now I should be able to upload it okay. So I'll try again from my dashboard. Yeah, new size is there. And there you'll see it's uploaded and is now in the media library. So you go down here on the left hand side and you click set featured image, and that will put the image there. Now as you go back up the left hand side of the dashboard, you'll see categories. We don't have any categories in here at the moment. You can add a new one. In fact, I'll just do one called test. That will add the new category. There's a tick already in it. It's got to have a category ticked. Then as I scroll back up, I'll click on publish, which is in the publish box there. If you want to come back to the post, if you only want to do a bit and then come back to it, you click save draft. But for this, I can click publish. You'll see on the page layout that it's got a right sidebar, as most blog posts do actually. Okay. And typically my computer is frozen. Alright, it's trying again. Right, now if you go on it under the publish box, if you press preview changes, it will open a new tab which will show you that blog post. And there it is. Okay, there's different way. Then I go back to the dashboard, which is in the previous tab. There are different ways of adding images. With this one, I've set it up so that the featured image will always appear at the top of the post. It doesn't always do that unless your particular site has been set up that way. But it makes it easier for this. But that's the basic principle of adding a blog post.